This is AJ's Diecast News and Reviews, and it's time for a NASCAR Diecast review. During the 2012 season of the NASCAR Nationwide Series, Penske ran two teams. The 12 car, which ran full-time with Sam Hornish Jr., and the 22 car, which was mostly driven by Brad Keselowski, but shared with Parker Kligerman, Ryan Blaney, and Jacques Villeneuve. Brad drove it for 21 races and picked up 3 wins, 11 top 5s, 14 top 10s, a pole award, and had an average finish of 10.9. It's pretty clear he whooped the field in this car. But 2012 was a huge year for Brad and Team Penske. He would go on to win the NASCAR Nextel Cup Championship in 2012, driving the iconic Blue Deuce. It would also be the final year Team Penske drove Dodge before switching over to Ford in 2013. Today we are checking out one of NASCAR's most rare diecasts, the Dodge Challenger. In Dodge's final few years in the Nationwide Series, they switched from the Charger nameplate to the Challenger. The Cup cars remained the Charger. So why are these so rare? Because only a handful were ever produced. Checkered Flag Sports produced 1/24th scale versions, which today are some of the most valuable cars you can buy, while Lionel's Action Racing produced 1/64ths, and only 1/64ths. The only full-time challengers in the entire nationwide field were fielded by Penske, no one else. So, because of that, only 3 1/64ths were ever produced. Sam Hornish Jr.'s number 12, Parker Kligerman's number 22 that he ran part-time, and of course, Big Bad Brad Keselowski's 22. Believe me, we will talk value later. Let's check out Brad Keselowski's Discount Tire Dodge Challenger from 2012. One of the most rare and quickly growing in value NASCAR diecasts you can find. Like, subscribe, and comment. Especially like if you enjoy these diecast breakdowns. Hit the bell for notifications. And alright, let's get back to the car. So, I have this original car, but without the original package. You can buy these plastic sleeves and place the car in them. The underside has some notes that I printed off on a sticker for some quick and easy access to info about the car and its stats for that year. Also note, this is the least pristine version of the Challenger I have. It was not stored new in the original package like my others, so expect to see some blemishes and worn pieces on this car. Let's pull it out. Alright, let's start up front here. We got the distinctive front end of a Dodge Challenger. We lead off with a red splitter and a black band that fades to the grille. There are fog lights and a lower grille insert beneath the big Dodge logo. We got mean-looking headlights and the grille. If we look real close at the grille, we can see they attempted to have the words Challenger and RT on the grille, but the technology makes it look really pixelated here. They appear to have used a type of tampo or pad printing to make the grille and headlights, but didn't with the rest of the car. Also, the grille inserts are all slightly crooked on this particular car. Not good. The hood has the well-known crooked Discount Tire logo as well as Pennzoil. Windshield and detailed inside. Nationwide is on the window banner. Moving to the side, we have a tiny Sunoco logo by the front wheel well. This is just a traditional Discount Tire scheme, but on a Dodge Challenger body. Nationwide Series logo here with some contingencies. Unfortunately, this diecast has some issues with this stripe here. But as you can see with other Challengers I have, this is a singular issue with the one we are reviewing. All the other cars do not have that damaged stripe. Brad Keselowski's name there on the roof rail. There are also some marks on the side of the car because, as I said, this is not the pristine version of the car I own. I don't know why I'm examining the used car, but, it keeps things interesting. We got a big discount tire there on the side. Got some sponsors on the D-pillar. And the Challenger's unique shape lends to a lot of space for the sponsors there. Here, the taillight fills up the entire rear, just like a giant bar across the back of the car. I like the red spoiler. These spoilers were different during this era of the Nationwide series. They sunk in at the middle and popped upward at the outer edges instead of just being a uniform spoiler from side to side. The bumper black stripe doesn't exactly line up. This car actually is kind of a quality control mess. Big Challenger font down here though too. America's tire there on the deck lid. Inside we see the roll cage and various tubes and pipes. Let's look at the top, shall we? Looks fine. And now the other side. It looks real clean and it doesn't seem to have the same issues the other side had. Yeah, it's just a real clean looking passenger side view of the car. Looks good. Underneath we can see that it's built on the EL mold. Lionel Racing's logo is right there. Otherwise, it's a plastic chassis and tires all around. Okay, it's time for a stress test. Let's see what we got. Middle makes a slight creak, and it actually feels pretty flexible. I feel like I could break this if I pushed hard enough. I don't know if I would say that with other diecasts from 2010 and upward. It doesn't bode confidence, I will say. The front and rear are solid. And the squeezes from the side are all strong. It's just the middle section that feels weak. And here's the interior of the Dodge Challenger. As you can see, it's very detailed with lots of different pipes and tubes and a roll cage and a bunch of crazy stuff in there. It looks good. Just to get an idea of the consistency here, here's another one of those Challengers so you can compare it with the one we reviewed. Everything looks straight and clean. Honestly, this one looks better than the one we just reviewed. That's okay, you get the idea. Brand new as opposed to not being brand new. One lived its life in a box, the other did not. Why did I review the used one again? I had so many options, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have reviewed the pristine one. Okay, let's not question my decision here and move on to this car's value. Because of their rarity, you can imagine Challenger values are high, and they are. Pricing for the 1/24ths are nuts. One nutty chap is trying to sell all the Challengers for nearly $2,000. Otherwise, the price range for a single car is between $170 to $300. They do go for higher on occasion. Less than 2 years ago at the time of this video's release, these cars were selling for around $90 to $100. Needless to say, their value has skyrocketed. And with Ram returning to NASCAR, it's only going to keep going up. The 1/64ths are also just as crazy in their pricing, but maybe just a little bit less so. The Brad Keselowski ones are about $70 to $100 right now, a significant growth from their $40 to $70 just even a year ago. Sam Hornish's is a bit less, around $40 to $50. The Parker Kligerman car may be the most rare one yet, as I've never seen one go for sale. So I would imagine if the person knew how rare it was, the price would probably be super ridiculous. Roughly any Dodge product from about 2007 to 2012 is going to be worth a lot of money because they're pretty rare and hard to come by. Simple answer is Mopar sells. You have some of the most dedicated automotive fans in Mopar fans. I mean, if we move 1 year forward beyond the Dodge Challenger to 2013 when they switched over to the Ford Mustang, the value drops like a rock. Nobody cares about the Ford Mustang. They cared about the Dodge Challenger. And just one more treat, let's look at this 2011 124th version beside the 2012 164th version of Brad Keselowski's Challenger. Obviously, the bigger car is more detailed, but the small one does a terrific job at carrying over the Challenger's lines and all the sponsor details. You can't go wrong either way. Mopar fans, Dodge fans, muscle car fans, NASCAR fans, this is a car you need in your collection. You might have a ton of Fords, Chevys, Pontiacs, what have you, but this is a truly exceptional car, and it's rare. If you can find one for a decent price, I'd say get it. Don't let the used beat-up car I just showed for much of this review scare you off today. If you can find a newly boxed one, I'd say jump on it. There were only so many of these made, and they're getting harder and harder to come by every day. It is personally one of my favorite stock car castings, and I'm confident you will think it's pretty special too. Special enough for you to like this video. And go ahead and let me know what you think of the Dodge Challenger casting. Do you like it? Do you have one, or do you really want to get one? Have you been a fan of discount tire companies' schemes over the years? Leave a comment below. I hope you enjoyed this review of Brad Keselowski's 2012 discount tire Dodge Challenger by Lionel Racing. This is AJ, and I'm signing off till next time. Take care, everyone.